Okay, so already you have understood uh, what is our topic for today's. Actually, there is a special topic on Newton's law and friction. That is how to write the equation of motion or the force equation. Okay, basically I am preparing this video for the special requirement that sometimes we face problem regarding this, and this is the we often very often we face this type of problem when we solving problems related Newton's law or friction or equation of motion. Okay, so how to write this equation of motion or this force equation, today I shall tell you that. Okay, in very easy English, and sometimes I use Bengali also. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, one thing we have to keep in mind, that what is Newton's second law. So the mathematical form of Newton's second law, we know that is F equal to ma. That is F equal to ma, and always, and that is true always, F equal to ma. So basically force equal to mass into acceleration. Now what about this force? How this force acts? Basically this force is the resultant force. So this is the resultant force. So whenever I am talking about the force is F equal to ma, this will be the resultant force here. Okay, now I am starting from very easiest one. So first of all, let's say this is a plane. Let's say this is a plane here, and an object is kept on the plane. An object is kept on the plane of mass m. Let's say m is the mass of the object. M is the mass of the object. And here rule number one you have to keep in mind. Also you will find all the protocols in the description. Okay, that will be written there, protocols. So first of all I shall tell you protocol number one. What is this protocol number one? Check the description, that is there. I am telling here what is protocol number one. That is weight of the object. Weight of the object always act downward perpendicular to the surface of the earth. So protocol number one, these are protocols, not the rules. So protocol number ones are basically all the object act, all the weight of the object will always act downward, which is perpendicular to the surface of the earth. Okay, so this is protocol number one, acting perpendicular downward surface, perpendicularly downward to the surface of the earth. Protocol number two, what is this protocol number two? This is basically the force of reaction. The force of reaction that will act upward and perpendicular to the plane on which the object is situating. So let's compare protocol number 1 or 2. Let's say the object is on an inclined plane. Okay, this is very common phenomena, that object in an inclined plane, object on an inclined plane. Let's say this is the angle theta. Now according to rule number 1, according to protocol number 1, weight always act perpendicularly downwards. This is mg, perpendicularly downwards to the surface of the earth. And protocol number 2, the reaction force is always perpendicular to the plane of the surface. This is the reaction force which is perpendicular to the plane or the surface. So this is R. So these cases are little bit different here. Okay, one is, this is the weight which is acting perpendicularly to the surface of the earth. This is the weight acting perpendicular to the surface of the earth, and this is force of reaction acting perpendicularly in upward direction with the plane on which the object is situating. Okay, so these two will first clear these two rules. These are very important, along which R is acting, along which mg is acting. Okay, so rule number 3. What is this rule number 3? Rule number 3 is very much important. First choose on which plane you shall work. On which plane you shall work. That means if we consider this figure, you shall work along this plane, and if you choose this figure, we shall work along this plane. Now choose the plane on which you shall work. Also for this you can choose this plane also. I shall give you example later. So on this plane I am acting along this plane. Okay, we shall work along this plane. Now what in first, protocol number 3, choose the plane first, then find the forces which are neither perpendicular nor parallel to the plane. What I am saying, choose the forces. Here two forces, R and mg, R and mg. So there may be a lot of other forces also, some other forces also. Suppose a force is acting along this direction. Okay, so choose the forces which are neither perpendicular. What I am saying, neither perpendicular, neither perpendicular nor parallel. So the forces which are neither perpendicular nor parallel. First search for that forces. So is there any forces which are neither perpendicular nor parallel? Actually both the forces are perpendicular to the plane. So these two forces are not that of kind for which we are searching. And for this case, look at this. This force is neither perpendicular to this plane, neither parallel to this plane. So this is the force I am looking for. Okay, but look at this force reaction. This is perpendicular to the plane, so this is not that type of force. This force also, if I take F, this is neither parallel nor perpendicular. So the forces which are neither perpendicular nor parallel, divide them according to the perpendicular component of vector rule. What is that? This is the force. First divide it along this direction and this direction. So if this is theta, this is nearer to theta, so this will be mg cos theta and this will be mg sin theta, right? So this is mg cos theta and this is mg sin theta. Okay, so I am drawing another picture. Let's say this is the plane and object is here. So rule number 1, weight is always acting downward perpendicular to the surface of the earth. Rule number 2, force of reaction always acts perpendicular to the plane on which you are working or plane on which the object is situating. Rule number 3, search for the forces which are neither parallel nor perpendicular to the surface. This is perpendicular, so this is not the force, but this force is neither parallel nor perpendicular. So which forces are neither parallel nor perpendicular, divide them according to the perpendicular component of vector rule. Okay, so this is theta, so this will be mg cos theta, this is nearer to theta, and this will be mg sin theta. As this angle is theta, this angle will also be theta. Actually this is a geometry, I'm not talking about this. Okay, so this is mg cos theta and this is mg sin theta. So R is the force which is equal to mg cos theta and mg sin theta is the force for which the object will come downward. Let's say the object is coming downward with a force A, sorry, with the acceleration A. So we can apply this equation F equal to ma. But what is the force F here? The force F here is mg sin theta, because the force F, which is basically responsible for the acceleration A, here the force mg sin theta, which is acting along this direction parallel to the plane, this is responsible for the acceleration A. So we can write, instead of F equal to ma, we can write mg sin theta, that is equal to ma. Is it clear? So this is the equation of motion. Look one thing very carefully. This is mg, the force. We are dividing this force into two components. One is perpendicular, one is parallel to the plane. So basically by protocol number 3, what we do, we divide all the forces which are neither perpendicular nor parallel to the plane into the forces which are perpendicular and parallel to the forces, perpendicular and parallel to the plane on which we are working. তার মানে কি, যে সমস্ত ফোর্সগুলো পারপেন্ডিকুলারও না প্যারালালও না, তাদেরকে আমরা ভেক্টরের কম্পোনেন্টে ভাঙছি শুধুমাত্র প্যারালাল আর পারপেন্ডিকুলার করার জন্য। Is it clear? So this is the most important point here. Okay, I'm giving you another cases. Let's say an object is on this plane. An object is on this plane. Okay, and this is protocol number 1. According to this is protocol number 2. So without thinking anything, you can just draw these two things. Okay, and if this is theta, then we have to, this force is neither parallel nor perpendicular to the plane. So this angle will be also theta. This is mg cos theta. This force is mg cos theta, and another force will act along this direction, that is mg sin theta. You may think why this mg sin theta is not acting along upward, because this is the resultant force. We have to divide it into two component. Okay, because the resultant of these two force must be mg, so that is why this is along this direction, is mg sin theta. Okay, and let's say we are actually, what is happening, this mg sin theta is trying to take this object downward. Okay, but let's say the object is at equilibrium, means it is at rest here, so there must be some other forces, that is friction. Let's say this is the frictional force. Okay, or any other force I am giving along this direction. Let's say this is the F force. So basically this F force is balancing this mg sin theta. So if there is no motion, we can write F equal to mg sin theta, if there is no motion. But let's say again there is an acceleration A downward. So again mg sin theta is pulling it downward, and F, suppose we are giving this force F and we are pulling it upward. Instead of this force, the object is going downward. So that's mean who is dominating, mg sin theta or F? Which force is bigger, mg sin theta or F? So as the object is coming downward, of course mg sin theta will be bigger. So what is the resultant force? Resultant force means F equal to ma. We shall apply the equation here. Now this is not applicable here in this case. Now we shall apply this case, F equal to ma. So F equal to ma means F equal to ma. What about this F? This F is the resultant force. So here the resultant force is bigger one minus the smaller one. This is dominating. So mg sin theta minus F is the resultant. So instead of F resultant, we shall write bigger force means mg sin theta minus smaller force, that is equal to ma. That's mean dominant minus smaller one. দেখো mg sin theta টা বড়, তাই তো এই নিচের দিকে নেমে যাচ্ছে, তাহলে লব্ধি বল কত, mg sin theta minus f. So mg sin theta minus f, that is equal to ma, because f equal to ma, f is the resultant force, lobdhi bal. So this is the resultant force, f equal to ma. Is it clear? So this is how we write this equation. So if friction, you consider friction f, so f equal to, we have mu into r, and here r equal to mg cos theta, so easily you can write mu mg cos theta. So here two forces will acting upward, f plus f, and mg sin theta will act downwards. So here the equation will be mg sin theta minus these two upward force, f plus small f means friction, mu mg cos theta, mu mg cos theta, that is equal to ma. So this is how you will write the equation of motion. Okay, just any type of force, any type of force, any type of figure you can handle from here. Okay, let's say one force is acting along this direction, if making an angle alpha with the horizontal. This is a very common case, make an angle alpha with the horizontal. So just nothing to think, that mg will act along this direction, r will act along this direction. If this is theta, then this will be mg cos theta, this will be mg sin theta, because this mg is neither parallel nor perpendicular to the plane. Look at this, this f is also neither parallel nor perpendicular to the surface, so we have to divide this f also. So this is along alpha, near to alpha, so this will be f cos alpha, and along this direction it will be f sin alpha. So suppose the object is coming downward, so that's mean mg sin theta is bigger. Now write the equation, mg sin theta is pulling it downward, f cos theta is pulling it upward, pulling it upward. So who is the dominant? As it is coming downward, mg sin theta is dominating, so the resultant force is mg sin theta minus f cos theta. So I can write mg sin theta downward force minus upward force f cos, sorry not theta, this will be alpha, as this is alpha, alpha that is equal to ma. This is the equation. We can write another equation here about this line. So r plus f sine alpha, r upward plus f sine alpha also upward, that is equal to mg cos theta. If you talk about friction here, mu r, so r equal to mg cos theta minus f sine alpha. Okay, so this is the rule actually why you have to solve this. Okay, now last thing we shall talk about is the pulley. Pulley is the easiest one. Let's say this is a pulley here. Two objects are hanging. This is m1 and this is m2. Let's say m2 is greater than m1. That means the system will coming this along this direction, acceleration along this direction as m2 is bigger. So the first rule, weight will act perpendicularly downward. Here the rule is tension will act along the thread or along the string always to the along the support, মানে সবসময় সাপোর্টের দিকে টেনশনটা অ্যাক্ট করবে, টান অ্যাক্ট করবে. Now this will go upward direction and this will come downward direction. So who is the dominant for this one? Okay, let me tell you, for this type of system, two objects are here, so that's mean two equation we shall write. So for this object, who is dominating, T or M to G? Object is coming downward, that's mean downward force will dominating. So M to G is dominating, that's mean what is the resultant force? M to G minus T. বারোটা থেকে ছোটটাকে সাবট্রাক্ট করবো, we shall subtract bigger one from the smaller one from the bigger one, we shall subtract. Okay, so this is M to G minus T, this is the resultant force, that is equal to M to A. What about this one? This one is bigger, of course, coming upward, going upward. So T minus M1G, that is equal to M1A. So T minus M1G, that is equal to M1A. So these are the problems you can solve very easily. In case of this type of problem, suppose on a table an object is here. Let's say this is M2. So first rule, M2G will act along this direction, T is along this direction, T is along this direction. Basically T is always along towards the pulley. This is M1, let's say, so M1G along this direction. Let's say the object is coming getting acceleration along this direction. So what we can write? T and M2G, as it is coming downward, so M2G is dominant. M2G minus T equal to M2A. M2G minus T equal to M2A. If the floor is frictionless, then what we can write? It is going along this direction with acceleration A. And who is giving this acceleration? Basically this T is giving acceleration. So what we can write? T equal to M1. You may ask why it is not T minus M1G? Because T and M1G are perpendicular to each other. So two perpendicular force doesn't have influence on each other. So M1G doesn't have influence on T and T doesn't have influence on M1G if the plane is frictionless. And if we take friction, then the phenomena will be a little bit different. So here the equation will be T equal to M1A. So T equal to M1A, because this tension is giving the motion here. So T equal to M1A. Okay, now if friction is here, then what will happen? If friction is here, only this equation will change, nothing will be changed for this. If friction is here, we know F equal to mu into R, and here the force of reaction will be this force of reaction. So R equal to mg we shall get here, R equal to m1g, and the friction will act along this direction. Instead of that, it is going along this direction. So who is the dominant? T is pulling it along this direction and friction is resisting. Instead of that, it is going along this direction. তার মানে কি T বড়, that means T is bigger, F is smaller. So here the resultant force will be T minus F equal to M1A. So T minus F equal to M1A. That means T minus and F equal to mu R. R means mg. So mu mg equal to M1A. So this is the rule. this type of problem you can solve very easily from here. Look at this. This is another popular problem. Let's say this is an object, this is another object, and this is connected by a pulley along this direction. So just let's say this is m1, this is m2. So m1g along will act along this direction, m2g act along this direction, t will act along this direction, r will act along this direction, this r will act along this direction. So just divide them into component, very easy, and two equations will be here. So here if it is theta, it will be m1g cos theta, and this will be m1g sin theta. If it get direction acceleration along this direction, so m1g sin theta minus t equal to m1a, and for this t minus m2g sin theta equal to m2a. This type of equation you have to write. Now follow the book, that will be very easy. Okay, whatever if you feel any problem regarding this, you can post your doubt into the comment section. Okay, I shall solve that, all that. Okay, whatever I am writing all these 3 rules into description, read them very carefully. First read them, then again just look at these things. Okay, thank you, bye.